this week's social media news of November 2024 that you probably missed again. YouTube is launching the first stage of its Hype Creator Amplification option. The Hype Creator Amplification option, or the Hype feed, is a new feed on YouTube where you will be, as a viewer, placing your favorite videos with your hype points. Certain videos will be soon eligible to use these hype points to get placed in the hype ranking ladder. I said hype so many times, but I swear this is how it's written. I'm not exaggerating it. What this basically means is that YouTube is introducing a new feed for you where you can go and find popular videos with the community. This, however, will have no impact on the regular distribution of YouTube videos, so creators should not be really scared of it, but they should embrace it. LinkedIn reveals what kind of content will get you penalized in the algorithm, and surprise, surprise, it's the bad kind of content. But LinkedIn is trying to promote educational, inspirational, motivational, or basically positive kind of content that will have some value. So, if what they are saying here is true, this will also potentially penalize memes and company memes. If there's any kind of mockery, sarcasm, or language like this, or even downward hatred and making fun of someone, this will get penalized. The penalization is not really a shadow ban altogether on your account. It's basically just shrinking down the distribution to your followers and connections. Instagram is removing the option to follow hashtags and topics. If you're like me, you're kind of surprised by this news because I thought that's already gone. But up until now, Instagram had the option for you to follow specific topics or hashtags like fashion, soccer, stuff like this, and they will be shown in your main feed. Since hashtag has been changing their function, mostly due to creators' misuse, into somewhat of a SEO booster, Instagram is embracing this change and will be deleting the option to follow hashtags to protect you from spam, potentially. But it also implies that Instagram is very confident with their algorithm that it can serve you the content that you want to see. Therefore, following specific hashtags is the first step into reducing the importance of followers, which I mentioned actually in one of my previous videos, and I will link it here. However, which is a kind of a weird coincidence, Threads is testing custom feeds for topics, which is basically the same function that Instagram hashtags had and now will not have anymore. Threads is implementing this feature, but not specifically for hashtags, but for topics. And you can have topics like fashion or soccer or marketing or whatever, and follow specific feeds for these. And as of time of recording of this video, Threads custom feeds are already rolling out globally. So if you're one of the lucky few, you can go to your Threads app, update it, and check the option if you have it there. While we are talking about Instagram and Threads, Instagram will let you reset your recommendations in the settings. Adam Mosseri, the CEO of Instagram, mentioned this in a reel, that if you want to start fresh, start new, and want to completely change what Instagram serves you, you will have the option to reset the algorithm, which is weird to me because I've known techniques and tactics how to reset your algorithm completely. You just go to your Explore feed, click on specific topics, search for specific topics, like them, and you will have your Explore feed full of those. And the Reels feed follows suit. But for people who don't want to do that extra work, you can potentially soon go to your settings and reset your recommendations. We will continue talking about Meta because Facebook switches to views as its primary metric. I've announced this in one of my previous videos, linked here, that Instagram was switching from plays to views and unifying the views metric across all their formats on Instagram. Now, Facebook is basically doing the same and is also downgrading the plays that were 3 and more seconds into views that are 1+ seconds. So potentially you will get on your Facebook Reels and videos more views but less engagement due to this change. As an upside, you will have unified metrics across your Facebook formats and Instagram formats now. Speaking about Facebook, Facebook is removing the option to allow public followers on personal profiles. So if you are building your personal brand on your personal profile, which was never really advised to, now you should potentially start thinking about creating your own page and migrating your personal brand to there, because people will no longer be able to follow you on your personal account. As you might have noticed, there was a lot of uproar about the Bluesky and the x-odus, or people leaving X for Bluesky, and it shows on the numbers. Bluesky just hit 20 million users. And to celebrate this, the Bluesky CEO just promised that Bluesky will never use your data and content to train the generative AI, as X did, and that was one of the reasons that most artists left X for Bluesky. So it's nice to know that this will not happen again. And last but not least, TikTok may soon enable creators to build AI bots in their likeness. You might have noticed that this is all the rage, and it will be probably, potentially, and hopefully not one of the trends for 2025, that people will start creating their AI avatars or AI agents to create content for them. You don't have to sit like me here in public garage in my car and filming myself and doing extra takes because it sucks and I mash words. No, I will be able to just scan my likeness and create AI avatar that I will type the text to, or potentially prompt it, and it will generate the text and it will read it in my voice on the first take, hopefully, potentially. But I say hopefully and potentially, but I hate this trend because it just adds to the dead internet theory. We can talk about that in a separate video sometime later, but it also takes the authenticity from the social media. That with TikTok emerging, we started to have this trend of like true authenticity in social media, and it spread on all other social media outside TikTok. But now this is basically the anti-step to that, or antithesis to the authenticity. This is the authenticity. That's a hard word and I just made it up, but it's what it is. It's the complete opposite. And I'm not a fan. Are you a fan? What do you think about this? And last but not least, for real this time, we've all seen that Jaguar rebranding uproar, right? Like, it seems like everyone and their grandma have opinion about this, how this is so un-Jaguar and such a bad idea, but something tells me they're not done. They mentioned that on 3rd of December they will reveal the full rebranding, and I think this is just a bait. Or it will be, there will be some point, some reveal, some kicker to this. So I'm reserving my judgment. We will see. Hopefully this video will go out before they do that. And yeah, I can have this to hold myself accountable. That's the word. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons for future videos like this. And go here and click on this video that YouTube thinks you will like or have not seen yet. Go, I bet it's a good one.